Hey everybody, welcome back to Median XL Sigma. We're playing our Unholy Melee Paladin. I did a little bit of research. I am going to be going for Skylord. I think it'll just be a really fun build. Today we're just going to do a bunch of ambient grinding. We're trying to hit 120 so that we can do 120 Ubers. I wouldn't mind a 25 spell focus hammer from Cross 3000. A 5% life, sunstone, and a 10-15. A 9-15 is pretty good as is, but you know, if I can get a 10-15. So I might try for maybe like one run or whatever. I'll do a bunch of random runs as we try and get level 120. And we are 117, and I do need plenty more. Yeah, still need almost 300 for those. So let's do Trinathula first. It's been a minute since I played. And for now, all of our points are going to go into maxing continuity. I think it gives 25% increased duration when it's maxed, which is pretty good. Let's also turn on our drop filter. We are still looking for a base for Skylord. We don't care about the ED on it, but we want something with high attack rating, I think. I think attack rating is important. I can't remember. I think it's mostly just important for, like, bosses. If we wanted to push higher bosses, it would be important. Because if I'm not mistaken, there still is a physical hit associated with the skills. That's just not where the majority of our damage comes from. But honestly, getting any base, as long as it has max or 0 sockets, I'm fine. But the 75% increase splash from Skylord, the orange text on it, that's going to make it a pretty insane... It's what's going to make lemurs able to clear stuff like Foz really well. The amount of... Because Bloodthorns pierces everything in the AoE, like it doesn't have a number of hits, that the actual AoEs on lemurs are pretty small. Let's clear these out first. Like, the actual size of the AoE on lemurs is pretty small. Let's jump over to Bloodthorns, finish that off. But with Skylord, it ends up being significantly larger, of course. Oh, there's a unique ring over here. So... that and the mana on attack is like the huge part. The mana on attack is definitely an underrated stat because you can only get 100 of it from MOs. Being able, just in general, being able to increase the level of your lemurs. I need to max it out if I want to be able to deal good enough damage to do stuff like Skazglen eventually. Like, I'm gonna need that amount of flat damage scaled up by the rest of my gear. And, levels and skills is the only way for me to get flat spell damage on lemurs, right? Because if I were to get flat cold damage, that doesn't apply to the actual lemurs themselves. It only applies to the initial hit, which is obviously not a whole lot of damage, which is why something like Snow Squall gloves aren't that great. Not for this build anyways. Because we're not scaling innate elemental damage, we're scaling spell elemental damage. So let's see if we can get a better roll here. Nope. We'll hold on to it though, because I am probably going to want to do trophy farming. It'll save me a little bit. Ring of Truth. It's an interesting low-level ring. Oh, these are cool ones. I actually do like those a lot. Amazon bow I don't need. Okay, I'll do that for now. Oh, it's because they're in my non-shared stash on my Java. I'll move the rest of them over because I have an extra... Oh, no, I have a Cabraxis, Judgment Day, and Triune trophy fragment. Okay. For now, I'm going to put this in here, but I will end up moving it. I can put that with the unique rings for now. Creepy, this one. Okay. Next up, we'll go do Cross 3000. And I'm killing everything here right now because even though it's not really good XP or anything, I do still need signets, so... Won't bother with Akarat. I already have a good enough Akarat charm. I'll probably come back and boots. Nah, I need sacred rare boots for crafting. I don't think there's any boot rune words I care about. My cat's meowing now. And I'm good with doing a full clear of this because I need the XP, and set pieces for signets is fine as well. I think once we hit 120, we are probably going to shred through the 120s. But with the 120s, we should be able to farm to 125 pretty quick. Like, Duncrag will be pretty good XP, I think. Yes. Okay. My cat wants out. Hold on. Sleeping all day. And then as soon as I start recording, that's when she wants out. Yeah, I think the only thing in Ska's Glen that I'm really going to have troubles with on this build is going to be... Oh, what are they called? The ghost things that are lightning and cold absorb. Because I'm going to be dropping all of my fire scaling, so Bloodthorns is going to be basically useless. So those things are going to be incredibly tanky, I think. We'll see how ridiculous my damage gets, I guess. Because once I have Skylord, I should be able to max lemurs, which is going to be insane for the damage increase. Like, that's going to up my DPS a stupid amount. The problem is trying to find a sacred Holy Lance, or whatever the other base is. I forget what it's called. I think the Holy Lance has better frames for attack speed, though. I don't know if the other one can hit 5 frames. It might be stuck at 6 frames. Although I'm not sure if... well, because I'm in Super Beast, but I know the different weapons affect your attack speed differently, even in a shapeshifted form, right? Because the Super Beast works the same, or in a similar manner to how Werewolf or Werebear, like any of the Druid shapeshifts, would work. So the weapon you're using does matter. I suppose I could take a look at the speed calculator. It doesn't need to be a rare one either, it just needs to be a sacred base. Go repair. I suppose I actually have a skill point to spend. Puts it up to 90. See, you can see each level is only doing like 30 damage or so, 31 damage average per level, but the more points, because we're going to be putting a total of 16 more points into here, that amount of flat damage plus all of our scaling is going to make a big difference. Now, what it's showing here is already taking our scaling into account. I always look over here because this is my screen with my OBS, even though you guys are here. I'm going to put the point in here. Yeah, the stat sheet takes into account your cold spell damage already, but for future cold spell damage, because that's only going to go up for us, it'll make a big difference. Getting our, where is it? Our spell focus up. It's only 176, which is okay for now, but getting that up will be really important as well. I talked about this in the last video, but if you don't know how spell focus works, there's a chart on the wiki that shows exactly how it works. But basically, it is a factor into how efficient your spell casting stat is for scaling the damage. So the better your spell focus, the more my vitality is going to scale my spells. It's more damage, basically. And it caps out at 1,000. So any more than 1,000 doesn't matter, but getting to that 1,000 is important for scaling a caster build for later game stuff. So that's why Robe of Steel, which has that 15% spell focus on it, is such a big deal. And why I'll be crafting spell focus jewels for most of my gear. Because spell focus jewels are going to be a huge damage scaler. Once you have, I don't know exactly what like the soft cap is for it or anything. There we go. My pierce ran off. That's why I stopped dealing damage. Once you hit like the soft cap of your spell damage, it stops being as important to get more spell damage, and instead it becomes way more efficient to just get more spell focus until you can max it out. I don't know exactly what all of the numbers are, and what's the most efficient, but okay. We got a couple more areas over there, but I'm gonna start heading up towards the bosses. I'd like to get a 25 flat spell focus. I like to do my rebuffs. I don't know if anyone's caught on, but I like to do it when Amazing Grace is up, because I know it's a safe period for me to stop attacking, because all of my survivability comes from auto attacks. Having that 100% damage avoidance means I know I'm going to be safe to stop attacking for a moment to recast my buffs. Remember, you're only going to get you're not going to always have Amazing Grace on this build. It's only if you're using a Paladin-based spear or another weapon that has it. And in case you don't know what it is a 5% chance on attacking to grant you 100% damage avoidance for 1.5 seconds. Or is it 1.4 seconds? And I believe that continuity does increase that. It's not by very much, it's only 25%, which is like 0.3 seconds or so maybe, but it's still an increase. We have another Necromancer up this way. And of course, recasting buffs when you aren't being attacked, I'm also fine with. Not like it has to be under Amazing Grace, but when I'm in the middle of a whole bunch of enemies and I see Amazing Grace go off and I think I'm going to need to rebuff, I just use that as an opportunity. Having your buffs run off in the middle of a big fight is obviously super deadly. So, whenever it can be avoided, you want to avoid it. And keeping the blue buff up there, the Paladin base skill, is also very important for damage. If I'm not mistaken, it gives elemental damage as well as life regen. Or does it only give the life regen and physical damage? So weapon, physical damage, and life regen. But it's a crap ton of life regen. So keeping that up for survivability important. And the weapon damage does have at least a slight impact, although not a huge one. So we didn't get a hammer to drop from 3 of them again. So that means we've killed 9 of them and only got a single one to drop. Getting lots of set pieces, though. Yeah, unless you have a build that is struggling to complete content, specifically signet farming is like a bit of a waste of time, in my opinion. There's just... You'll get signets through other sacred items, like, so easily. That just seems like kind of a waste to specifically farm signets, like spend your time doing that, because it can take a while. And like if you're going to farm in Taroja for signets, at that point in the game, if your build isn't, like if your build needs the extra stats at that point in the game to progress, you got bigger problems than just getting some bonus stats, right? And this is like a bit of a gimped build, right? Because I started with the set, but even so, like if you're not playing single player, if you're playing on ladder on Sin War, if you're playing a build that's having troubles clearing stuff and you need to signet farm at that early, then, you know, you should probably look over your build a little bit and try and fix it in other ways, because just signet farming is probably not going to be enough for you. You probably need to figure out your res, and if you're having a problem with some DPS check bosses like Akarat, then yeah, I don't know what to tell you. Signet farming isn't going to fix that, so I never really like target farm signets now. Just kind of get rid of whatever junk I pick up, and that gets me to my 400. Usually I finish up my signets by the time I'm in Duncrag or Fozd, depending on how strong the build is. Should be 119 here. And we'll probably go retry Invasion 2 as well, actually, because we still need the 5% bonus from that. Unique ring? Where? Oh, here it is. I'm blind. Okay, there's 119. Yeah, the amount of signets I get here, unless you're really lucky with your greater signet drops in Taroja, this is just faster. Even with our teleport, this is faster than doing Nullifac as well. And it's better XP. So, I don't know. To each their own, I guess, but... Barbarian Gladiator... Don't need another Earth Rouser. So yeah, that was what, 18 there from that run? as opposed to the amount of signets I would have got otherwise. Seems like it's way more. We'll go Silver City. We'll go repair quick. And we'll go see if we can't get a lucky eardrop as well. Get a perfect. I would even lose a little bit of the percent XP for percent one more stat. It's actually not the worst XP either. We got a little over a bar already. I think a full clear this would be like 2 bars. So not the worst. I was looking so long for getting one of those shields on my Java playthrough, guys, and here we are. That set shield dropping like 3 times in this playthrough. Can always do a quick Cathedral of Vanity while we're here as well. Actually, I don't think I need another Sacred Phoenix. I think I have 3 of them, so I could probably use one for poison crafting if I wanted. Quick little trophy fragment. This boss always gives me so much trouble. I guess. Oh, I didn't know that was how you got to the void, actually. That makes sense, though. Yep. I'm good. Okay, so we'll repair up again. One more level, we can finish off our spell focus MOs as well. I'm like 99% sure there is an Idol of Vanity trophy, right? Let me double check and make sure I'm not crazy. Veiled Prophet. Yeah, it has a trophy. What's the trophy bonus for Veiled Prophet? Veiled Prophet's minion stuff. Never mind. Do not care. So what do we do here? We need one more level, so I guess we'll refresh and run back across 3000. I saw greater and I was like, ooh, 5 stats. Nope. Do I have that? I think I have that, right? Yeah. Stormcrow's projectiles. Is that the new one? No, it's not. Okay. There's a new Sacred Necromancer's shield that... Oh! There we go. It's a new Necromancer shield. This one's interesting. The 10 lightning absorb is kind of insane. I haven't seen any of the fragments for Call of the Damned yet. Because I found out what was happening with my Javazon, the reason why I was having so much trouble with that, was because even after it has started, you can still destroy the statues at the back. And I just cover so much area on that build that... Because you shoot out all your projectiles and then they explode with more projectiles. So even when I was at the very bottom of the room shooting up, the projectiles would still hit, and they were poisoned, so they would destroy them even if it just hit once. So I was basically setting it to the hardest difficulty without realizing it, and that was causing them to have crazy amounts of extra HP. So if you didn't know, in Call of the Damned, each of those that you destroy makes it more difficult. In different ways. You can hover over them and it'll tell you what it does. But I think all of them increase monster HP, and they stack. So that was why I was having so much trouble there. I think I should have no problems clearing it on this build, however. Pierce ran off. It's hard to tell. It's like, am I attacking cold absorbs or did my Pierce run it? Because right now from Sanguine Covenant, we have almost 110%. Which is pretty dang good. I don't know exactly what 120 I'm going to do first, but I don't think most of them should be too difficult. I'm not sure, though. We'll have to see, I guess. Again, always like seeing a unique jewel. I don't know. I'm not sure what the odds are of it being one of the sacred unique jewels as opposed to a tiered unique jewel. But I'm sure the odds are not good. Elemental Druid? I do like Elemental Druid quite a lot as well, to be fair. I should get around. I haven't played it since 2.0 started, which reworked it a little bit. I'll have to give that one a check as well. Look at that. Keep clearing just because it's decent XP. Nah, didn't think so. I saw Green Maiden and I almost lost my shit for a second. I'm still yet to find the javelin set weapon. In case you haven't watched the series, my Javazon, Poison Javazon, is doing Skazglen with a tiered unique weapon. It's something else. It's not great for clearing Skazglen, it's pretty slow. But it is clearable. I think that's mostly because of how safe the Javazon is. Because Javazon is... Because of the Shield Maiden passives, it is quite sustainable. Nowhere near as tanky as this build. Just way less HP. Because I'm going with a poison setup, I don't have Paragon, so I'm missing out on a crazy amount of health on Javazon. Oh my god. So it doesn't quite have the health to survive some of the big one-shot mechanics like this build can, because this build can tank through stuff. Like, I'm pretty sure that I'll be able to face tank Cabraxis with this build. I don't think his flame strikes will be able to kill me. I think I will be able to out-heal it. As long as I make sure Sanguine Covenant stays up, I should be able to tank through both the poison and his flame strikes. So the Javelin had to play a little more careful, even though it was very, very tanky. But I couldn't get the full set for it, so I never had all the set bonuses. Had a couple decent items for it, but I'm still looking for the poison set weapon. With no luck so far. To pick up the Einhar helm? No, I missed it. Where is it? Where is it? What the hell? It's off on this side. There it is. Okay, we're almost 120. That means next episode, will be starting 120 Ubers. We'll see what I'm in the mood for. And I'll probably wait until I have Skylord to go do Invasion 2, just because it's such a slow fight. So I'll wait till I have a little more damage for it. Oh my god. Actually insane. This game hates me. I'm not sure what I mean by that. The Athelas hand is, the set Athelas hand is the shield for the Javelin Amazon set. And I had the old one before this rework. I had the old Javelin set pieces from, well, the helmet and the shield anyways, from when it was still a fire setup. So I was trying forever to try and find, because the set bonuses, like for wearing multiple pieces, that was fixed. But the actual set pieces, the items dropped the way they were. There was no change in them. They're like legacy pieces. I was trying to find a new version of the shield for so long, and it took quite a few episodes before I found it. And when I did, it wasn't great rolls or anything. And now, here we are. Finding like 3 of them in a single run. At least that hasn't given me the Maiden Javelin yet. That'd just be like the ultimate kicker. Okay, we should be able to hit 120 with the rest of this run here. Yep, there we are. Okay. Scale mill is actually good. That might be the chest piece as well. I think I found the chest piece eventually. No, it wasn't. Okay. So. Not that. So that's the blood set. Yeah, it was Druid Seer. Oh, they're the fire arrows. These are actually pretty good for the Druid bow set. I think the fire damage. It's been a while. I'm sure that some nice rares would be even better, but I don't know how many of these we can convert at once, but apparently all 24 of them. Okay. That's looking good. 11,000 hit points. Which is overkill, and I do not care. Let's do some inventory management stuff here. I do kind of want to keep these arrows. I don't need another Zorns. Guess I can hold on to the jewels. Don't know that I'll ever need them, but we can do this. Oh, now my cat's meowing outside my door to get back in. That we don't care about. Shrines we can put away. That extra spell focus from those also going to be a pretty big deal. We can take a look at the damage in just a second here. Yeah, as you can see, that was a pretty decent chunk of damage increase here, I think. There we go. Continuity is maxed out with 25% skill duration. If we activate all of our buffs, yeah, we have 24, 36. So pretty good. I don't know what third one I want to go for. It's not worth going into Tenacity because it's more efficient to put points into Blessed Life because we get other stuff from it. I think, because this is only, yeah, this is 1% per base level, and Blessed Life is 2% per base level, so we'll get physical resistance from other stuff. The Endurance is, again, overkill. We don't really need it. Same with Chemistry, we don't need it. So I don't have to put points into anything, but theoretically for super late game, if I wanted to try and min-max the build in some other ways, I could probably go Specialization to really max out lemurs, but these passives here, by the way, do not matter for Super Beast. It does state that it has to be active Ritualist skills. So putting points in here doesn't matter at all. It's just these ones that matter. So the buffs here, possession doesn't matter, but I want it maxed for the chance to dodge projectiles. So, yeah, I guess that's it for this video. We're 120 now, so we can start doing 120 stuff. Oh, that was what I wanted to say. Stormlord here. A lot of people say don't even bother with Stormlord in the late game stuff, to just put like 1 point in here, and then let your passive Paladin skill levels to increase the amount you're getting. The improved effect per base level isn't that big of a deal, I guess. I still think that's a crap ton of stats to be getting for this, so it's pretty efficient for now. But if I wanted to drop these points here and instead just do like 1 and 1, that would save me points for like maxing out lemurs, and then if I wanted to do like specialization to get this up to 30 base levels would also be pretty good. Stuff like that I could probably do, but yeah. I think that's basically it for now. Like our next levels are going to be going into Blessed Life to get that, because our physical res sucks ass, and we really need to get that up. When we move off of the set into Stormlord, I do have Ashira's armor, and that has 10%. And yeah, I'll be moving into Shiverhood as well. I might as well. It's not bad. The 27 cold spell damage is the main reason. Winter Avatar, I think, you know what, let's just check. We got a little bit of time left in the video. Let me check real quick. I think that Winter Avatar is the one of these skills, right? Hold on, cold. No, it's Winter Tide. What's Winter Avatar? It's not this. Snow Queen and Ice Elementals. Is it the Druid? Druid Werewolf? Where is that skill from? Winter Avatar. I don't know where Winter Avatar comes from. Let me look it up. That's what I'm gonna do. What the heck does Winter Avatar do? Oh. You like summon a point and it shoots out novas. I guess I can just show you guys on display capture real quick. It's this skill. Winter Avatar. Doesn't show the scaling on the wiki here, but yeah. Apparently it's an attack though, it says. Which is weird. It has a cooldown though. Rune words that have it. Sacred uniques. It's a proc on Skylord. I don't think it is anymore. Let's take a look. Rune words. And Paladin spears. Skylord. Yeah, they changed it. Okay. I guess this is what it used to do. Oh, that used to be all sorts of weird shit. Flat tri-Ellie. Some weird stuff on this. Yeah. I guess, so this is the rune we're going for, by the way. Which is Arcane Zeth Ice Mal in Paladin Spears. The percent spell focus stacking with the percent spell focus from Robe of Steel is going to give us a ton of damage. And this mana on attack is going to let us max out lemurs as well. We'll have to put mana on attack MOs on it, meaning that we won't be able to MO cold damage. Not until 140, I guess, we could MO maxed cold damage, but I'm more worried about getting the mana on attack from Skylord. There's mana when struck by an enemy as well, which is kind of cool. And up to 60% cold spell damage, which is better than what we're using, so pretty good stuff. Okay, well, that is going to do it for now. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, consider subscribing, I'll see you all in the next one for 120 Ubers.